Welcome to this episode of our series on The Wealth of Nations by Adam Smith. In this series, we present the full text of Adam Smith's writing, preserving the core ideas without dilution. It's a comprehensive journey through the book. In today's video, we explore Book 1, Chapter 2, of the principle which gives occasion to the division of labor. This chapter discusses how human propensity to trade and exchange goods leads to the division of labor, which in turn drives economic progress. Let's begin.
The division of labor, as Adam Smith argued, did not come from human foresight or a grand design to achieve prosperity. Instead, it was born out of something far simpler, a natural human tendency. This division of labor is the necessary, though very slow and gradual consequence of a certain propensity in human nature, the propensity to truck, barter, and exchange one thing for another. We trade not because we plan to improve society, but because we are naturally inclined to exchange. This trait is uniquely human and cannot be found in other animals.
Smith emphasizes how this trading instinct sets us apart from other creatures. It is common to all men and to be found in no other race of animals. Even if two dogs seem to coordinate while hunting the same hare, it's not because they've agreed to cooperate. It's instinct, not negotiation. As Smith says, nobody ever saw a dog make a fair and deliberate exchange of one bone for another with another dog. Unlike animals, humans use reason and speech to strike bargains, to say, "This is mine, that's yours. I will give this if you give me that." Even animals that interact with humans, like a puppy begging or a spaniel seeking attention, rely on affection and gestures, not trade. Humans can appeal to each other's kindness, but that approach only goes so far. He has not time, however, to do this upon every occasion. In society, our needs are too many and too frequent to rely only on friendships or goodwill. A single person can't build deep personal bonds with everyone they need help from. So Smith explains the more practical route. He will be more likely to prevail if he can interest their self-love in his favor. We trade not because we're kind, but because it benefits both sides. This is the foundation of everyday economics. It is not from the benevolence of the butcher, the brewer, or the baker that we expect our dinner, but from their regard to their own interest. In modern terms, we don't get lunch at a cafe because the barista loves us, but because we pay them. We don't plead, we transact. Even those who live on charity don't survive on goodwill alone. Nobody but a beggar chooses to depend chiefly upon the benevolence of his fellow citizens. And even beggars exchange. When one person gives money, the beggar may use it to buy food. If someone gives him old clothes, he might trade them for something more useful. Though this principle ultimately provides him with all the necessaries of life, it neither does nor can provide him with them as he has occasion for them. This highlights the universality of trade. Barter, purchase, and exchange affect everyone, from the wealthiest to the poorest.
Because of this trading instinct, individuals find it more efficient to specialize. Smith gives a vivid example from a hunting society. A particular person makes bows and arrows. He frequently exchanges them for cattle or for venison. When he realizes that his skill earns more in trade than hunting itself, he specializes, becoming an armorer. Others follow similar paths, making huts, tanning hides, or crafting tools. In today's world, it's like a software engineer writing code instead of fixing her own car, because she can trade her earnings for someone else's mechanical skills. This process leads to full-time professions, and eventually, entire industries.
A key insight from Smith is that our talents may be more equal than we think, and differences often emerge from trade itself. The difference of natural talents in different men is in reality much less than we are aware of. He compares a philosopher and a street porter. At birth, their abilities may be similar, but through years of different experiences in trades, their skills diverge. The very different genius is not the cause as the effect of the division of labor. Trade not only leads to specialization, it creates the differences in skill we see all around us. Without trade, everyone would have to do everything for themselves. There would be no specialization, no variety, and no refinement of skills. To make his point even clearer, Smith compares humans to animals again. Animals like mastiffs, greyhounds, spaniels, and shepherd's dogs have strikingly different natural talents. But those different tribes of animals are of scarce any use to one another. Why? Because they cannot trade. Their strengths don't benefit each other. Humans, on the other hand, benefit from each other's talents through exchange. A poet can enjoy a meal cooked by a chef. A chef can wear clothes made by a tailor. Everyone gains. The different produces of their respective talents being brought, as it were, into a common stock. That's the power of trade. It turns individual skills into shared prosperity.
In this chapter, Adam Smith lays a foundational truth that it is not planned wisdom, but our natural urge to exchange that fuels specialization, talent development, and economic progress. Give me that which I want, and you shall have this which you want. This simple principle drives the invisible engine behind modern economies. In the next episode, we explore how this division of labor is limited, and why, despite its benefits, it doesn't expand infinitely. What holds it back, and how does the size of the market influence it? Join us as we continue our journey through the wealth of nations.
Do you like to dig deeper? Political economy is full of powerful ideas. You're right in the thick of it. Insightful, thought-provoking, expanding every step of the way. From Adam Smith and the rise of capitalism to Marx's bold critique, mercantilism, Keynesian economics, neoliberalism, and more. Or we explore it all, clearly and from every angle. Keep the momentum going. Check the links, dive deeper, and subscribe for more.